Yes, it's that time of year where the leaves are going to start dropping out of the trees. Alrighty, so back at this fall gardening situation. Um, so here's what I decided to do. Oh well, wait a minute. I'm jumping ahead. This is the whole reason I went and snatched my phone. Um, let's see if I can show you. Let's see. Can you see that? Let's see. Let's see. Folks, there we go. Okay, that's why I couldn't see anything, because they were blending in. They were blending in, so it was kind of hard to see, because they're green, but maybe they were smaller than this, but on the underside of some of the leaves. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is plant these in the white buckets, and the ones that look halfway decent or look like they may have some type of ability to bounce back. So these are this is vape collards right here. Yeah, all of this is collards. So these are, oh no, these are my mustard greens right here. This is my mustard greens. And where are my collards? Okay, here's some Georgia collards right here. Okay, all of this is Georgia collard, vape collards. I didn't have a tag here. What happened to it? But this, oh well, I'll figure it out. Stop. Got my grandbaby out here. So I'm gonna go ahead. The ones that look like they may have a fighting chance to come back and do something, I'm going to go ahead and plant these in the white bucket. But before I plant them, so what I was doing, I was looking on the undersides of the leaves to try to catch something like that, and trying to make sure they look. So there's another. Okay, so I'm gonna inspect the leaves of all the ones I'm going to plant in the buckets, and then I'm going to cover the buckets with the mesh, and hopefully that way they'll be okay. But this is what I think happened after I got to thinking about it. And I said in my last video that I think a moth got up underneath. Well, not I think it did. A moth got up underneath the mesh. I had this whole setup right up underneath my kitchen window, and we have the light on at night, so that probably was attracting, the nighttime flying insects. And of course, a moth is gonna probably get caught up in this under the mesh, because I had them sitting somewhere where moths would hang out at. I didn't have this problem when they were on the side of the house. When I kept them on the side of the house over there, I didn't have that problem because there's no lighting over there. So I'm gonna put them in the bucket. I don't know if I'm gonna keep my bucket stands or keep the stand will stay here, but the buckets I might move. This week we're in the upper 70s and low 80s. So if the humidity is not going to be too crazy and the heat doesn't rise up too much, they're going to stay here. But if I see that the temperatures are going to start going up on the rise, I'll just take the buckets out of the stand and move them to a shady area until the temperatures, drop back down. But I think next week we're going to start off in the 70s. So this is where they may stay. So just want to give you that little update of what I'm doing. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm finished. Well, I am pleased to see that. Let's see, can you see that? I am pleased to see that, they did root pretty well in my trays. So here's what I got going on so far. And I labeled the containers. I got one vape collard. I'm trying to do one plant in each bucket so the plant can have its own area. I got one halfway decent broccoli. This is a Georgia collard. So I think I got a few. The collards weren't damaged as, I mean, they were damaged, but not severely like the broccoli was. So this is the broccoli. The broccoli, I mean, there's not much that I can choose from. So this is a bait collard right here. These are my stop. These are my collards all right here. Um, but the broccoli, they really did a number on the broccoli. Maybe they really like the broccoli. But here's one that they didn't get to as bad, but I just wanted to show you that, and this is the roots, and that's how all the roots of all of them look. They rooted really well in my trays. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is Wednesday, September 4th, and I'm out here wanting to show you the end result of what I was doing yesterday. So everything, let's see, this, I labeled the sides of the containers. So this is my Georgia collard, right there, and here's another Georgia collard. Here is another Georgia collard, and this is a broccoli, vate collard, and another vate collard, and another vate collard. So, got everything covered with the mesh. Everything seemed like it bounced back. Got me my Swiss chard up there, and a mum that I'm trying to revive, and everything looks good. This is what's left of what I was able to find that looked good, that I was able to put into the bucket. So if I see some more that seem like they're trying to recover, then I'll get them and put them in, because I got plenty of black pots over there. They got tomatoes in it that I'll, when it look like the tomato's not gonna do for me, I'm gonna go ahead and snatch it out. But right here, this is my lacinato kale, but actually before I put any of those in there, the lacinato kale gets first dibs on the black pots. And then over here, this is the container that after I took everything out of their cells and was trying to put them in individual cells, I had all these leftovers that were kind of just, and I think they had got mixed up, and so I put them, because I grew everything in these cups, and so I put them back, the leftovers back in these cups, and they weren't labeled. So I said, well, I'll just have to wait till they get a little bigger. So here's the rest of them, and they all look like mustard greens. Everything looks like a mustard green seedlings. So I'm gonna plant them in this container right here, and hopefully they'll take off. And I've been wanting to grow some mustard greens for a long time, so hopefully this will be my year that I can actually grow me some mustard greens. But that's what they look like, and I don't have any of the mustard greens planted in the bucket. So let me go back over here. This is the one that's labeled mustard green. So these got munched on very bad, but these leaves look like the leaves that are over, let's see, the little piece of leaf that look like what I'm seeing over there in those cups. And see the worms that came over here munched on them real bad. So Look at that. I got me some mustard greens. Okay, so upon closer inspection, it I'm these two I'm not so sure are mustard greens, but these all have pretty much the same leaf characteristics, but I'm not so sure. This definitely could be a collard or broccoli, so I put it in the center. This, I mean, the edges are kind of jagged like the mustard green, and it has little hair like pieces on the end like the mustard green, but this one I'm talking about, this one has some of the characteristics of the mustard green, but I'm not quite sure. So it's over here, but hopefully, you know, they will take off and nothing will attack them. I don't know what neighborhood rabbits eat, but hopefully, you know, they won't mess with my stuff. I've been growing these for quite some time and never seen them. I mean, these been going since, I believe it was early spring. I think I started those, the kale, and nothing as far as animal wise has ever tried to mess with them. Although I did keep them up on the deck for a while, but I also kept them out in the yard back over there for a good while too, and no problems. So I'm gonna put this over, and I'm gonna wrap it with some mesh that I have right here, and hopefully that will keep the cabbage moth away from what I got going on in this bucket here, this plant pot. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is Thursday, September 12th, and I'm out here messing around in the garden, kind of dismantling the summer garden and moving more towards fall gardening. So this is, you know, what I got going on. Some of my tomatoes have disappeared. I needed the pots, and I didn't get much from my beans. I got something, probably one serving of bush beans off of the bean plants. So I'm gonna clean that out. And the peppers are still going strong, so I'm gonna pick some of these, I think. This is my Carmen pepper that got munched on by the hornworm, but I don't know why the leaves are curling, but it's been producing its peppers. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, well, I don't know, do I need, you know what, I am gonna take these off, because when I didn't take them off, take the peppers off of that plant, then the stem broke. So I'm gonna go ahead on and take these off, you know. The peppers have been producing a lot for me, and I got a bell pepper right there and a bell pepper there, and that one is a nice size, but it could probably stay on there and get a little bigger. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that and get that. So I've been eating and collecting my peppers. The ones I've been collecting, I've been cutting them up and freezing them, so that I have garden fresh peppers to use over fall and the winter. So no buying peppers in the grocery store. What I've been focusing on is over here. So check it out. They are growing. They are growing. And over here, this is lacinato kale, dinosaur kale. So I just planted those the other day. Well, transplanted those from ones in here. So I'm gonna pick another one of those and plant those in a pot. I'm about to take that tomato plant out and use that. Here's my one broccoli. I see a new leaf growing. This is the Georgia collards. I think it was what's the day? I said Thursday, Tuesday. I think I had came out here. I think it was Tuesday, and I gave everything some fish fertilizer. Here's my kale. So everything is staying under wraps. I haven't seen the cabbage moth, the little white cabbage moth fluttering around here, but I'm keeping everything covered for the time being until I guess we get to a point where they start getting to a height where I'm gonna have to lift this up some kind of way, and then I'm gonna really be having to come out here and look the plants over to make sure that I don't see any cabbage moth eggs on the plants. But right now I'm in the safety zone. I don't, these been covered for months like this, but they were up on the deck. But they have gotten a little bigger. So I don't want to uncover them because I know the cabbage moth is going after the kale. They go after all of this. They don't touch the Swiss chard, and so far the dinosaur kale, the seedlings on them, they look great. Let's see if I can. They look great. And then I got my mustard greens growing down here, so they've gotten bigger. So hopefully, it won't be too much of a battle with the cabbage moth. So that's my update for today. Just, letting everything grow. Here is, what's left of that I was able to, what was left of my seedlings. Some of them are trying to come back. That's a new leaf. What is this? And that's a broccoli. So I didn't want to discard them. I wanted to see if anything's going to come back, and maybe I might have a chance to salvage it and and plant it. Like I see a new leaf growing on here. This is the whatever I think moth worm it was, or it could have been a cat. Whatever worm was in there just tearing up my seedlings. It really went after the broccoli. So it looks like the broccoli's trying to come back. That's good. And something knocked over. I don't know if it got windy, but knocked over this Swiss chard. So now I got to go back and fix it up real good. But that's my update. So gonna go ahead and get one of these, another lacinato kale. So I'll have 3 going so far. Plant it in that pot and wait for the tomatoes to see what they're gonna do, and see if I can snatch another pot and with the tomato in it and transfer it into my fall garden. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hello, this is Miss Lally, and today is Tuesday, September 16th. Not Tuesday, it's Monday, September 16th. And just doing another little quick update. So my fall garden is growing. Check it out. Check it out. I don't know about this one. I think I'm going to replace that one if I can. What is this? Georgia collard. They don't look too happy. Don't look like it's doing all that great, but this one is doing great. This is doing good. Looking good here. That's the broccoli right there. Vate collard. Another vate collard. Another vate collard. Here's a lacinato kale. This apparently got scorched by the sun. I didn't think it was that hot out here, but apparently it was. This is my mustard greens. I'm going to take my determinate tomatoes out. The leaves are, the whole plant has turned a light green, so there's no need to wait for it to turn brown. Just go ahead and take them out. some more lacinato kale. My Swiss chard is, leave it alone. Swiss chard is growing, and check it out here. So some leaves are growing. So some of these seedlings that were attacked are trying to make a comeback. So I think, let's see, that's a Georgia collar that's not looking too great there. So look at that. There's a Georgia collar seedling in this tray right here that I might can replace it. So that's my update. My fall garden is coming along. So it's windy, so hopefully y'all can hear me out here. It is very breezy out. A tropical storm is passing by. Not us. Well, it is passing us, but it's further in the country. I know it fell. And we're getting the wind and going to get some rain from it. So I'm going to take this mesh off because it's probably too breezy out here for the cabbage moth to be fluttering around messing with stuff. So I'm going to take my mesh off so that any rain comes through, it'll fall on my plants and they'll get well watered naturally by the rain. So that's my update for today. Soon I will be dismantling some of that stuff over there, and this is going to be my garden area for the cool season. I'm gonna have everything over here from the looks of it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.